So, Bailey's always been, just very energetic. He's always been a people type person with a huge personality. He just loves people. Once he gets to know you and he feels comfortable, then the world just opens up.
He has this great smile, he always has, that just lights up the whole room.
He's usually just larger than life. I was just leaving the gym. At the time I was a division chief, so I had a take-home vehicle. I turned my radio on after the workout and I heard an accident get toned out. Didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it. Then I heard the helicopter get called and still wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention to it. It's just something that's pretty common. So I was about halfway home and my phone rang and it was Betsy. And she said, hey, she said, I don't know if you've been listening to this, but it was Bailey involved in the accident. I gathered up Betsy and we came home, got a few things, and we left to go to the hospital. The whole waiting room was just packed with people. One of the coaches that was helping Bailey with his hitting lesson also works for Orange County Fire Rescue. And we were kind of talking. Unbeknownst to the paramedic that walked out, he didn't know that Bailey was my son. He said this is the third round of CPR that they've had to do on him. And that's when I knew that, oh my gosh, this is a lot more serious than what I thought.
From Orlando Health, I was diagnosed with a T4 spinal cord injury. And then they placed rods stabilizing me from T4 to T11. I was admitted into the hospital for a total of 46 days, and that includes surgeries, recovery, all the way up until inpatient rehab when I left. I think that moment where it clicked is coming home from the hospital and then sitting in a chair. It's when it really hit that it's gonna take some time to get used to. This is a new normal life that we're gonna have to relearn.
Our whole life had been changed. Our routines had been changed. We were facing something that, like a new parent, you don't know what to do with a new baby. We didn't know what to do with this spinal cord injury, but we knew we loved him and we were all gonna get through it as a team.
During our stay, Orlando Health had some facility dogs. They made sure every day that when the dogs were there, Bailey got to spend time on the mat with the dogs. That's how we were introduced to Canine Companions.
After being released from Orlando Health, I was a little uneasy, a little unsure of myself just in general, because the last thing I remember before was being at home, being an able-bodied, just jumping up and ready to go with anything in life and being super active. So to go from that to being released and not having the complete and total care of nurses and therapists at a push of a button, it was an uneasy feeling to come back to real life. I went back to high school to kind of try to relive a normal life, and then ended up in college. And that's when I kind of set in that okay, I'm on my own. I don't need a full living aid to help me with every different thing, but I need someone. So being at team training kind of reminded me of what it was like to train with baseball and football, because we were training every day, me and Nestle together, learning each other, learning the different grooves and signs that we give each other. And it was really just very thorough to learn and understand everything that Nestle needed, also everything that he would need from me to kind of work together as a great team. Since matching with Nestle and leaving from team training, it's been a remarkable, almost undescribable experience, just because when we graduated team training, I was in college at the time, so I went right back to college living with Nestle. It's had a huge impact on my life on just how I would go about campus.
The first year obviously was COVID, so kind of isolated to online classes, living in the dorm, didn't get to get out much. Sophomore year, he was still kind of that recluse kid that would go and be out, but not really a part. Junior year, here comes Nestle and Bailey, and they're involved and they're doing things. He got involved with the Sports Business Association, was president of the Sports Business Association at Stetson his senior year. So it really just brought him out of that shell.
It really gave me like, okay, like I'm okay to be in public now. It's the confidence that being able to take care of him and like work together with him, that is tremendous and something that I wasn't really thinking about going into team training.
You know, obviously Nestle has quite a few tasks that he's able to help Bailey with, but they're truly inseparable. More than just a service dog, just a dog that can do tasks for him. They're buddies, and they truly love each other. You know, just want to be with each other. I know that supporters and donors, they know that they're helping people and supporting a worthy cause. But I really want them to know what an impact it truly makes in people's lives. And sometimes it's easy, you know, to get behind a cause and support it, but do you really know the impact? And I'm here to tell you firsthand, from a father's perspective, watching the impact it had on my son. We could never repay or never say thank you enough for the love and generosity that people pour into Canine Companions to make all of that possible.
The impact that Canine Companion has had on my life has been so tremendous that it is remarkable of how like overwhelming life has changed for the better. My name is Bailey, and this is my best friend and service dog, Nestle.